So we're going to bring in our chief legal analyst, Kali Frodes. Obviously, Kali, when we talk about the shooting and death and injuries, there's obviously a criminal case there. But could the person who rented out their pool on this app, could they be held liable in some way?
Civil liability can be connected to a number of entities and people connected to this. Property owners and hosts, that's the first one I'd start with. If they knowingly allowed this to take place, that there were large or unauthorized gatherings and failed to enforce occupancy limits, I think, and they didn't take reasonable steps to prevent something that was reasonably foreseeable, owners and hosts could be held liable. Rental platform, I think that's the second component that I would go after in terms of where liability would go to. If you fail to enforce policies regarding party bans, and didn't properly vet users, event organizers and tenants, I think they could also be held liable as well, because remember, you have this individual that's renting the property and then you have someone that rented it through the app from her. And then the security, they talked about security being there. If the security was available and advertised but wasn't provided properly, you could probably add them to any potential lawsuit. And then any other third party that participated in this, both on the criminal side and the civil side. So lawsuits all the way across the board.
I can't imagine being law enforcement trying to collect and protect evidence at a scene when you got hundreds fleeing. I mean, it's chaos left and right. As a defense attorney, so many parties involved here. Where would you want to defend?
As a civil defense attorney, I'd say if I'm defending a claim that's brought against us, the easiest one would be the rental platform.
Okay.
I mean, they're the first entity that's connected, but this is not something that's reasonably foreseeable, and it's not something that's connected to their app. This is an intervening criminal act that occurred, and so is it potentially foreseeable? I think there's an outcome where you could say something like this, where you're renting parties, violence could potentially happen. But is it reasonably foreseeable that this type of violence would have occurred? Maybe not. The other one would be the homeowner, not the renter or the /host, but the homeowner. They're probably the second in line. That would be the easiest to defend. In terms of the hardest to defend on the criminal side is the person that actually initiated the shooting. That person's going to be the hardest to defend because you have multiple witnesses. When you're at these large scale events and you got hundreds of people running around, when they go back and comb through the video and law enforcement talks to individuals there, they'll piece this together, and all those pieces will make it extremely hard to defend.
Is there any liability here for parents? We know that this was a large gathering of underage people. So is there any liability there, or it's just, I knew where my kid was at, but I didn't foresee the violence happening? Yeah,
I think that's going to be harder to put to any type of liability on the parent. If the individual shooter was a juvenile, then maybe to the parents for failure to monitor their child, and that's about it. But anything else, I think it's going to be hard to connect to parents. Even though we're seeing that happen in a lot of different cases, I don't think it's going to be easy for this case.
All right, our chief legal analyst, Kali Frodes, thank you for weighing in on that for us.
Queen City News Plus. Just search Queen City News on your smart TV's app store.